Hello, welcome to turn 1 in Sligo. My name is Mew, I'm playing as middle-aged man. In the beginning there was chaos, and now the wheel has turned once again. This is another multiplayer game. It's running the JBBM balance mod and SPILT, and the map was made using cartographic revision. The links for all of those things should be in the description underneath the video. So, turn 1, very straightforward as usual. Not much to see. There's a nice cluster of farmlands over here, nowhere near us. But our start isn't that bad. We've got quite a lot of plains near us. One wasteland, one desert, one wasteland, one caves. A couple of thrones we can see as well. I'm not sure how easy it'll be for us to take thrones early. I guess we'll get to that when we get to it though. Here's my starting army. Got some spearmen. These are not terribly good units, but I suppose they're not unusually bad either. Which is something. They do have shields and length 3 weapons. And we got some longbowmen. I always remember man being like the longbow nation from earlier versions of Dominions. These are range 45. Yeah, I remember two things I remember about man from older versions of Dominions. One was that they had lots of longbows, and the other was that people used to build like a fort in every single province. People remember that? Like, I'm pretty sure that was a thing. I don't know if you still do that in this version, but I always remember people saying, "Oh, I hate invading man because they have forts in every single province." Let's declare a prophet. I am Prime Minister Jeremy Corbyn. So, we are going to name our prophet suitably, something like that. If you're not familiar with UK politics, that might not mean much to you, but the lads from Momentum will become our prophet. And we'll do our turn 1 recruitment. As usual, I'll only talk about units as I recruit them, because there's a lot of things here. But to start with, I'm just going to recruit some Landless Knights. These are probably my best sort of infantry unit. I do have the Wardens as well, but these are more like a sacred unit, and they're a bit more expensive. But the Landless Knights are very cheap in terms of gold, only 13 gold, but do need 24 resources and 16 recruitment points. But they've got pretty good protection. Helmet and shield are very good. Chainmail's a bit worse, but 16 protection overall with a kite shield. And 14 defense as well on top of that. So they're quite hardy. It's only 12 hit points. But I found in my... I did a couple of test games. I found in my test games that they work the best for early expansion. I tried lots of different things like sort of massing very cheap units and things like that. But I found that using some Landless Knights backed up with some more longbows tended to work quite well. Other units I liked were actually the Logrian Cavalry. But I'll see what our adjacent provinces look like to begin with before I decide what I should be recruiting. The problem with the Landless Knights is that I can't mass them. If I was just recruiting like long spears or Logrian warriors, it's a bit easier. But do that for now. Mages, I'm going to recruit 2 monks this turn. These guys are, I guess they're like my scout unit really, because I guess I'd rather use these as scouts than actual scouts. Obviously scouts get 55 stealth and the monks only get 40 stealth. But the monks are cheaper, and because they're sacred they also have lower upkeep too. They also get this interesting thing which is Divine Insights, which lets them research as long as, well, limits the amount of these researches to the strength of the Dominion in the current province. So if there's 5 candles in a province, you can have 5 of these guys researching. Not much, but it's something. You do still need a lab though, unfortunately. The other nice thing about these guys is that because of my bless, they are sacred units, so they get the leadership bless. So all these guys can lead 40 units. They're not very good units, but not very good leaders, but still 40 units, 2 squads, pretty good. I'll get the 2 of those for now. Very, very cheap, gives me lots of gold left over. I'll probably do this for another turn or 2 as well. And they can start scouting and immediately putting up temples everywhere. That does leave a ton of gold in my treasury, which is good because we can bid on mercenaries as well. My early expansion when I did test games for Man wasn't great. Probably could have done with an Awake expanding Pretender, but as long as things don't go too badly with my armies, and we take a couple of provinces with mercs, should be okay. The Fisherman is not like the greatest mercenary company, it's just Ichthyids, but it is the Ichthyids with nets. But even so, I'm going to dump everything I have into them, because I would really like to have all of the mercenaries, if I can. If it's possible, I might send the mercenaries this way to try and hit this lake. Might be something they can do. Depending on how these provinces look, I might even send the mercenaries out with my starting army. But we'll see how difficult these provinces are. Usually when I expand in the early game, I want to just get as far away from a cap as possible to try and stake out land. But with Man, I found it easier to just take the whole cap circle first, so that I could continually reinforce my starting army with new troops from my cap until I had enough resources and recruitment points in the cap to be able to recruit like 20 or 30 units a turn. And at that point it's a bit easier to start striking out longer distance. So I'll probably be trying to do something like that in the early game. But getting as many mercenaries as possible will really help me out. Not much else to say about the turn. But these are all the nations in the game. I don't know if it's really worth me going through them all. I didn't really like going through them in my previous game, because I can't really tell much from going through the epithets other than which ones are quite funny. And by the time I actually meet these players in game, I'll probably have forgotten it all. But we do have Scleria played by... This is awkward because he's got a Trinity Pretender, so he's got lots of different names. But he worships Yeah, 'cause you're dumb as shit. And also Fat, Disabled and Cute Hello and Sprouted Burger Buns. There's me, Jeremy Corbyn, God of Man. We've got Eriu, who worship It Slumbers Under the Mounds. We've got Alm, who worships the DC Extended Universe. We've got Marignon, who worships Conflagrations Are in Order. Katiz, who worships Danger Noodle. Asphodel, who worships Reefer Madness. There's lots of funny epithets he could have got with Reefer Madness. He didn't really get any of them, unfortunately. I guess God of Corruption is something. We've got Vanarus, who worships Pretender Boney M Presents Ra Ra Rasputin. Bandolog, who worships Moon Not Kong. Shiniyama, who worships Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. You got Uruk, who forgot to rename his Pretender from his test games, which I thought was quite good. And Flegro, who worships Warning High Cube. I don't know what that's a reference to, but it sounds kind of funny. Divine Inspector of Canals. Alright, anyway. That's everything. Got profit. Send the scout out. I guess I'll go this way to see what's over here by the lake. Claim profit, done recruitment, done mercenaries, I'll end turn. So that was turn 1, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on turn 2. Hello, welcome back. Turn 2 in Sligo. We have some profits being declared. There's me. Area, we've got Servant of the Dwellers in Dim Mud, Prophet of Slumbers Under the Mounds. No idea what that's a reference to, but I assume it's a reference to something. Another gritty Batman reboot is of course the Prophet of the DC Extended Universe. Torch and Go the Friar, Prophet of Conflagrations Are in Order. We've got the Remote and Inaccessible Queen epithet, which I think is a pretty good one. Nope Rope, Prophet of Danger Noodle. The real public enemy number 1 is the Prophet of Reefer Madness. Russia's greatest love machine, Prophet of Ra Ra Rasputin. Wait a second. Is this an unnamed prophet? Dear oh dear. Of Rita the Bandar Commander, Prophet of Moon Not Kong. The liberal media is of course the Prophet of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And I guess that's awfully test? No idea. Off-fleet test 7 is the profit of Sligo test 1. Sticking to the theme. And we managed to recruit the fisherman, which is good. You'll notice that I'm also demonstrating my newfound knowledge of the N key. If you press N on a message, it just goes straight to the next one. Very advanced technique there, guys. Yeah, we got the fishermen. These are just Ictids. They do have nets, but they have no armor or shields or anything. So 5 protection, 16 hit points. Very slow as well, combat speed 8. But hopefully they will be able to handle Oaklands. I'm sending them into Oaklands this turn. We had, I don't know, the provinces adjacent to us aren't too bad. There are no knights or heavy cavalry or cataphracts or anything like that. This looks like probably the toughest. Scout report currently is 50. Militia's heavy infantry and light infantry. We've got militia's archers and heavy infantry in Anremark. The one that I'm sending my profit into is Nordego here that has 20 enemy units, very small. We'll see how accurate that is next turn, but we'll see militias, heavy infantry and archers. I was really hoping that one of the plains provinces would be easy because it'd be nice to hit those 3 in sequence with my starting army. Up here we've got Wolf Tribe in the Wastelands. They might be kind of tough depending on how many there are. And then yeah, Oaklands is by far the easiest, so we'll send the fishermen into that. It's unfortunate we couldn't go straight for this like, but yep. So the 2 priests that I recruited are also moving out. They all put temples up in these 2 provinces very quickly. Man has 200 gold temples. It would be nice to start pushing out my dominion very aggressively very early. So into Oaklands, just got all the Ictids right out in front. Hopefully they draw all of the attention. And my 2 commanders in the back. The other nice thing about having the priests in the battle as well is that just in case the commander somehow gets picked off randomly by arrows, at least there'll be another commander in the fight to continue leading. Because I could have just snuck the priests into the province. And in Nordego, it's my starting army. I've just got the Landless Knights up in front. That is what they're called, right? Yeah. Landless Knights up in front, and then the Spearmen slightly further back. That's just because the Spearmen have slightly higher combat movement speed. I'd like them to kind of meet at the same time. Longbows way in the back-ish. They do have 45 range. And then my Prophet and my Priest just behind them. Prophet's going to bless himself and then do Heavenly Fires. Priest can do whatever. All this is unscripted because I'm sure the units will choose the correct path. Recruitment this turn, exactly the same, no change. Gonna get 2 more priests and some more Landless Knights. Might start switching that up a bit next turn. We got our Dominion into Anremark. We can see this is a very nice province, 117 income. Would be a nice little bump at the start. So hopefully we can take that province second. We'll see how this one goes. Hopefully this one also has quite a nice income. And hopefully this forest has quite a lot of resources. That would be a nice little start. If we take both of these and have a nice resource province and a nice gold province. Wouldn't that be a nice start? That does leave us with 267 treasury left over. Blackbone's pirates are up for hire. Blackbone's pirates are pretty bad, I think. I think they're like even worse than the Ictids. I think they're just... I've seen pirate units before. They're just humans with falchions and no shields, I don't think. But whatever. I'm going to put all of my gold on them. Because I would rather have them than someone else have them. And we can burn through our gold at the start. We should have quite a lot of disposable income. We have very good scales and we don't need to spend much gold on recruitment. And it would be nice to have a little bit of a boost to expansion in the early game. Since my starting army isn't the best in the world. It's serviceable, but it's not. It's certainly not Ashdod by any means. Got my scout over here, moving down. I'll still check out this area. See what's going on down here. And that's it for turn 2, I think. Nothing else to really say. So I'll end turn, and thank you for watching. Hello, and welcome back. Turn 3. 2 battles. First of all, we attacked into Oaklands with our mercenaries. Very small province. Not predicting too many problems. There go the nets. And there go the commanders. And that's that. Oaklands, no losses, pretty good. That was a tiny province, 17 units. And another one in Nordego. This was my profit army into quite a lot of stuff. The enemy was positioned very strangely. They're very, very low on the battlefield. So all my dudes kind of run down. Meet them. Fortunately, this is just archers up here. We do have some stuff get past. Not too much of a problem though. Goes mostly okay. That was Nordego, 32 units. We did lose quite a few things. Mostly just spearmen though, who aren't that important. Landless knights in the long run are the most important, and we only lost 2 of those, so not too bad. I expect to lose almost all of the spearmen to attrition very, very quickly. So that's okay. So we took 2 provinces. We also managed to recruit Blackbone's pirates, who are better than I thought, actually. I didn't realize these units also had a net, so that makes them a bit better. But they are still very weak humans with no shield or anything, so I guess they do hit pretty hard with their falchions though. And the other event is we got our first national hero, Rihanna the Heroine, who doesn't really do much. She has 80 leadership and recuperation, and she has a patrol bonus of 25, which is something, I suppose. I really need to be doing some patrolling. Not sure what I'll use her for other than patrolling though. That's a very high defense skill as well. Yep, so she's currently patrolling, because what else is she going to do? And that's it for messages. So we took Oaklands, nothing special I can recruit here. Income of 49 and resources of 53, that's something. And Nordego, income of 70, also resources of 34. Also nothing special I can recruit here. But they aren't bad provinces. I'm going to be attacking 3 provinces this turn. I would have liked to send the pirates into Nicaea, because there are no archers in this province, even though it's a bit bigger. I think they might have done okay against them. But I'd like my expansion army to be able to move around. If I attack into Anremark this turn with my expansion army by my profit, and this province has already been taken, the only place they can go is to Ctesiphon, or the caves, which is fine, but I wouldn't be able to reinforce the army. So I'm going to send the pirates up into Lost Lands instead. This might go a bit badly. Wolf Tribe are kind of scary, and they have archers, and I assume sending units that have no shields into an archer province is bad. But I don't know where else to send them. I could merge them with my profit army, but that seems like a bit of a waste. So let's just see if we can snatch this province with the pirates. They're just positioned like this. Same as the Ictiids. Commander's right at the back, dude's right at the front. And just cross our fingers and hope they take it okay. Over here the Ictiids are now adjacent to this, another very small province. This province does have heavy cav. And light cavalry. Oh gosh, I didn't realize just how bad that was. But I'm hoping it goes okay because it's a small province. Might go badly. But we don't have too many options around here. I could merge the 2 mercenary companies and have them both attack Lost Lands. This province of Faunshire has 140 enemy units, mostly barbarians. Nothing is going to crack Faunshire. Not for a very long time. Not unless this is an extremely egregious scouting report. So let's just throw the Ictiids into these cavalry and hope that enough Ictiids survive the cavalry charge that we can net them and then just kill them and hopefully snatch this province. It'd be really, really nice if we took both of these. And that leaves my profit heading down to Anramark. I'm also reinforcing with a few more landless knights that were recruited last turn. So I'll have 9 landless knights plus 9 longbows and 6 spears. Arranged like this. They'll head into Anramark, which is just militias, archers, and heavy infantry. Shouldn't be too bad. Might lose a couple more infantry, but hopefully it goes okay. So fingers crossed we'll take 3 provinces next turn. Both of these might be a bit iffy though, I don't know. This might be a bad match for pirates, and cavalry are always scary, so we just gotta hope it goes okay. If we do manage to get through Itsmu, we could keep moving the fish up towards this lake and take a lake, which would be nice. Just seems like if you have an amphibious squad, you might as well try and take an underwater province, right? It's not like I'll be able to do that with any other units. Scouts over here just moving into Hibaboche. I put 10 points of province defense into both of these provinces. And I'm not building any temples yet. Just having one of the monks preach and another one move on to Azimar. And recruitment this turn is some more landless knights plus some longbows now. And maybe a few tower guards as well. Also switch my commando recruitment to a mage. This is my smallest mage. Just N1 with maybe R1 and maybe an additional level of nature. Other than that, not too interesting. But she will be able to lead troops because she's sacred and she's got my leadership bless. It's kind of a nice thing about playing with this bless. Because all my mages are sacred, they can all lead armies around. And that's it for this turn. No more mercenaries to bid on. There's the swingmen, but I think you need an underwater province to bid on them. I'm not sure. Possibly. So I'll end the turn there. Let's do one more thing. Let's employ a strategy usually used by JSO. Send hi to every nation. It's like the ultimate diplomatic strategy. Alright, so that was turn 3, and that will be the end of the video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.